In this video, I'm going to talk about how you find a CPA for your personal tax preparation and planning needs. And I'm also going to go through the top 10 questions that you should ask that CPA before you go ahead and hire them. So let's jump in. Finding a CPA is just like finding any other service provider. You can go on Google, you can go on Yelp, you can go on Facebook groups, you can go on Nextdoor, you can get a referral from friends or family. Any of those methods work. The only thing that I would tell you is make sure that you go on your state's Board of Accountancy or the state Board of Accountancy where that CPA is located and go and look at their profile, see if they've had any actions against them. Just make sure that they're in good standing and that their CPA license is in effect. There's really no magic to finding a CPA, but now that you've located at least a name, let's jump into the questions that you need to ask them before you actually go ahead and hire them and start working with them. First question you should ask: how are you going to collect information from me? Is it going to be some sort of an online electronic organizer? Are you going to send me a paper organizer? I'm going to mail my documents back to you. Can I stop by your office? These are very important questions because this is going to determine a lot of what your experience is going to be like in working with this professional. What you're looking for here is something that's going to be convenient for you, but also is going to fit within that CPA's or that CPA firm's workflow. What you don't want to do is disrupt their workflow because that's just going to inhibit, number one, your ability to get a tax return filed on time or filed quickly. Question number two: when do I need to get you my information by? So if you're looking to file by April 15th, you should really ask your provider, hey, when do I need to get you my information? All of my information to you by in order to facilitate a 4/15 deadline. Now, if you want some time to review your return, you should be asking them, hey, when do I need to get you my information by in order to facilitate a return that it's done by X date? Maybe that's March 15th, maybe that's March 31st, maybe it's March 1st, whatever that is for you. Maybe you're anticipating that you're going to file an extension. You should ask about that as well. Question number three: who will be my point of contact and can I meet them? Just because you're meeting with a CPA does not mean that you're going to be working directly with that CPA. The CPA may have staff. You want to know who those people are. You want to meet them ahead of time. You want to understand how they work and how you're going to work with them. You want to make sure that you've got a good rapport, that you've got a good relationship with them before you go ahead and work with that firm. Question number four is who will be doing the work? And this may be different than the point of contact. The follow-up question to this question is, are they onshore or are they offshore? Now, firms have been offshoring work for over a decade at this point, actually closer to 2 decades. It's fairly common, but what's becoming more common is for smaller firms to offshore, whereas that wasn't really the case a few years ago, at least not in the way that we're seeing it today. So you want to understand who is actually going to be doing the work. You're probably going to want to meet them too, but you also want to understand whether or not they're onshore or offshore, because there are different safeguards that need to be in place for onshore versus offshore staff. Question number five: how will you communicate with me throughout the process and what are your response rates? This is really good to set expectations around when you can receive a response from your accountant and when they should expect a response from you. We have found that response rates are the biggest driver of customer satisfaction within our firm. And so the firm that you're interviewing, you want to make sure that their response rates are going to match your expectations and your needs in order for you to have a good experience. Question number six: how many clients do you have that look like me? Said another way, how many clients do you have that are in my sort of situation? Now, your situation is going to be unique to you. What that might look like is maybe you've got real estate rentals. Maybe you're in a particular state. Maybe you've got particular types of investments. Maybe you're receiving stock options from where you work. Whatever that is, you want to ask that CPA, hey, how many clients do you have that have these sorts of things and are located in these geographic areas that you work with? You want to make sure that the person that you are hiring has expertise and experience with customers like you in order to facilitate the best advice and the best tax return that you can get. Question number seven: how do you advise throughout the course of the year and what does that look like? What we're finding more and more these days is that taxpayers want proactive advice throughout the course of the year. Maybe that's, hey, how do I lower my tax bill for this year or next year? Or I just need help filing and paying quarterly estimated taxes. Whatever that looks like for you, you want to ask the CPA that you're interviewing, what does that process look like? And how are you going to advise me throughout the course of the year? Is it going to be proactive or am I going to need to reach out to you? Just what does it look like? So you're setting expectations. Also, you want to understand how they might be able to help you and where their expertise lies. Question number 8, and this is my favorite on the list. It's what research resources do you have at your disposal? Now, the tax code is like 70,000-ish pages, something like that, I think. Never mind state tax code, never mind local tax code. Nobody, even the best CPAs, can know all of it. It's just not possible. So you want to ask that person, hey, what resources do you have at your disposal if you don't know the answer to something to get the answer and to help me? That might be something like research resources. That might be something like books and publications that they have. That might be something like a personal network that they have. Maybe they're part of a firm association, whatever that is. You just want to ask the question and understand, hey, does this person have the resources at their disposal to help me? Question number 9, how do you price your services and how will payment be collected? You understand, are they going to bill you by the hour? Are they going to bill you by the form? Is it a flat rate? And when are they going to bill you? Are they going to bill you up front? Are they going to bill you at the end? Are they going to bill you 30 days after your tax return's been delivered? You just want to understand, hey, how much is this going to cost me? What's it going to look like? And when can I expect to see a bill? And you want to understand, hey, what is the best way to pay you? Is it by check? Is it by cash? Is it by credit card? What sort of methods of payment do you take? You want to understand that before you start your relationship. Question number 10, what data security measures do you have in place? And can I see a copy of your WISP? Now, what is a WISP? A WISP is a written information security plan. The IRS requires all firms to have one of these in place. It outlines exactly where your data security risks are, how you're protecting data, what your responses are going to be to certain risks. It lays it all out. It's something that you may want to get a copy of and that you may want to take a look at. Reason being, CPA firms are most definitely a target for hackers. We have a lot of really valuable information about all of our customers. We've got social security numbers, EINs, income, addresses, kids' social security numbers, all sorts of data. You want to make sure that the firm that you're going to work with has adequate data security measures in place. And this also goes back to a prior point that I made about having offshore staff. You want to make sure that the data that you're going to give to this firm is being safeguarded in a way that you are comfortable with. So that's that. That's how you find a good CPA to work with you on your personal tax returns and also to help advise you throughout the course of the year. Hopefully the questions that I outlined will help you in interviewing a new CPA or a new firm to work with. And I will see you in another video.